Welcome
Oh,
back
there
to
it
the
is.
Culture Cretins podcast.
Episode what? 4? We on 4
No,
now?
3. We're on 3.
3.
You're getting 2 ahead of yourself.
2 ahead. The review doesn't count as.
Open my tangerine sparkling water.
Oh, dude, tangerine
Ooh.
is top
And it
tier.
has real fruit juice, or so it says.
And like, if you eat an orange, oranges are good.
Yeah.
But if I get a tangerine or a tangelo,
Oh man,
like,
they're more
that's a
malleable.
whole nother level of good. I mean,
I will
they're
say, I
legit.
used to like them more. I've been on a kick of eating, actual oranges lately. I'll make some, citrus tacos or something. Squeeze the orange and then eat the orange. I'm like, man, this is some good
Well,
stuff.
I used to eat the cuties all the time, but then I got to a point where I was like, I like the big oranges better than the cuties.
Yeah, I was
But
letting too many go to waste. It's such a
yeah,
commitment. That sounds
well,
so lazy.
I have to just be transparent here. I used to get the cuties because I was like, oh, they're so easy to. Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, they're so easy to peel. And an orange, I like thought I had to get there and peel everything off of an orange. No,
No, you
like
just eat the
I just
peel, you eat the rind.
well, you could do that, but like I didn't realize, like, you literally can just cut an orange into, like, 4 pieces and just eat the
Oh
orange out
man.
of it, and I'm like, "Why did it take me till I was an adult to realize I didn't have to peel the whole orange?"
Breaking
But
development.
here we are.
Breaking development. My right headphone just went out.
Good.
Oh, it's back.
Oh, okay.
Magician. It was a magic trick. Well,
So we're talking not oranges, not tangerines, Star Wars today.
yes, Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
I'm
They
Will.
probably have some form of citrus
Use
fruit
tangerine.
in the Star Wars
Yeah, they
world,
do.
I would
Malum. What are they called in Star Wars Rebels? Malurums? Something?
Oh, by the way, I have a good Star Wars factoid for you today.
Oh? Oh, look at my
I've been
mouse
watching this
cursor.
show, has absolutely nothing to do with Star Wars, that they did on the History Channel, which could be bunk or it could be good, but it's I don't even remember what it's called, but it's basically about all these things that used to be super dangerous, but now they're not dangerous.
Hmm.
And so one of the things was these alcohol companies, like whiskey companies and stuff, supposedly used to feed the byproduct to cows, trying to get them to produce milk with the, whatever corn or rye or whatever they were using for the alcohol, feeding them that. Well, the cows didn't really want to eat it, but they just basically starved them until they started eating it. Okay, well, the cows came out with blue milk and no one wanted to buy the blue milk because it looked disgusting. And so they started, like, mixing plaster and things into the milk to try to make it look white so people would buy it. So you're basically, like, poisoning the milk.
Excellent.
So anyway, of course, when I said blue milk, all I could think of was Luke Skywalker. I was like, "Oh, there really is blue milk." Maybe Luke's cows were living off, mash.
Do you
It
remember that blue
maybe
ketchup they used to have?
yeah, I used to get the green one all the time,
Oh,
and
sick.
yeah, which,
What is
I
it?
mean
The Shrek one?
I don't remember it being Shrek, I just remember it being
Oh
green, and
no.
yeah, like, now I'm like, "Dude, that's so disgusting," but back then, I was like, "I only want to eat the green ketchup," like, but
It tastes different for sure. I don't know if it's the preservatives or the food coloring.
another thing I used to eat as a kid that now I think is disgusting, although I haven't had it in a
Three,
while,
two,
so
one, glue.
well, no, the peanut butter and jelly that's in a jar together, and it's
Oh
like
yeah. The
like,
goober?
the lines yeah.
Yeah.
Which I haven't tried it in a long time, so I don't wanna slander the company, but the
Right.
last time I had it, I was like, "This is so gross." So, Star Wars. Uh,
You ever seen it?
yeah, I mean, that's the thing with, William Shatner, right? No, I've actually never seen anything Star Trek in my entire life, but
I
I have
have.
seen lots of Star Wars things.
I've seen all the original movies. I haven't seen the original show. I have no authority on that. They're okay. They're okay. I was bored. I was really bored, but I also watched them when I was like elementary level, so that
So
probably didn't help.
galactic politics
And I
probably.
also didn't grow up in the
Super interesting.
50s and 60s, so that also doesn't help. I thought the J.J. Abrams movies were really good though,
I'd heard that. I haven't seen them, but I've heard very positive things
especially if
about
you
them.
like lens flares. A lot of those.
Mm,
It looks like you're constantly being blinded while watching the movie.
dude, well, I mean, it is outer space.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear that? Okay, you know the company Valve that has Steam?
Yes.
How they have the games Portal and Half-Life, and they're all kind of in the same universe. Um, there were some like really old PC games, not really old, but like some of the more popular early on PC games. Um, J.J. Abrams evidently was pretty good friends with Gaben, the CEO of Steam, Valve, and what was it? His movie Cloverfield had like some trailers for like Portal and Half-Life in the special features. And I think there was a Cloverfield mission in one of the games they had or something like that. And he was supposed to direct a Portal and Half-Life movie or movies until he got the deal with Disney to make Star Wars. So that's a fun piece of trivia that I found out.
Man.
So we missed out.
Yeah.
The Portal lore is crazy. I know we're not talking about that today, but I could talk about the Portal lore also. That's we should talk about that sometime. Like random lore in games.
Oh, I mean, who doesn't like lore?
Uh, everyone around me.
I love the lore, dude.
You may be the only one.
That's why we're doing this show together.
Yeah,
We're
sharing the lore. We're like a library.
it's our own lore. We really do probably have our own lore.
Yeah, and once this podcast is gone, we're gonna lose as much lore as the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah, it's gonna be
A
a
lot
much
more
bigger
Star Wars and
tragedy.
Pokemon. It's
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
oh
Okay, that's
man, did
something.
you hear that Ben Quadranaros is coming back?
No,
Yeah, he's gonna be racing Sebulba.
that,
Man, I'm placing all bets on Ben
yeah. I mean,
Quadranaros.
I'm gonna place all my bets on Qui-Gon Jinn and as a little kid that is racing.
Have you seen that meme where they're talking about they're like, yeah, so they get stranded on this planet and Qui-Gon's first instinct is like, yeah, let me bet on sports. Like what?
Yeah,
What?
I
And he's
mean
like,
the
not only
whole
that, he rigged it from the start. Like he knew what was going to happen. He
that whole
he cheated
sequence
it.
of events on Tatooine, like, and this is something we obviously can talk about here because you love
Yeah,
Phantom Menace.
yeah, I do
Is
now.
that whole sequence of events on Tatooine, it's just like
What?
crazy.
$500 for a new
Like like
hyper.
there's so many things like why don't you just go to a different shop
Yeah.
to get this
Yeah,
part
because
for
we
your
saw this is
ship?
one of the largest cities on the planet, right? It
It's
is a
like, no, I have
spaceport,
to
a
go to
major
this
spaceport.
shop.
Yeah. Well, if you've played Star Wars Pod Racer on the N64, you'd know that he has every piece of every pod racer there ever was for you to upgrade your pod racer with.
I have played I had that
Surprisingly
for
fun, actually.
Sega Dreamcast.
Really?
The
I wonder
pod
how it's
racer game.
different from the N64
I
version.
was not very good at it. I had a
I
hard
was
time, but
cracked at that game.
dude, bring it back.
They are bringing it
We'll do
back. There's a
you
trailer
do
for
a
a new one.
stream of you
Did you see that? There's
playing
a
the
new.
N64.
I would do that. If I could figure out how to use a capture card on some of my older consoles, I think that'd be pretty fun. They've actually, I might not have to. I think it's on Steam. Funny enough, Star Wars Pod Racer's re-release on PS4 had some kind of like, what was it? There was like a backdoor to be able to like mod your PlayStation or something, or like hack your PlayStation 4. So the game like sold out because it was a limited run kind of thing. and it came back briefly, and it sold out again immediately because people are just using it to mod their PlayStations. Also to reiterate, it's the PlayStation 4 version on PlayStation 5 that they're doing it with. So it was like spiking in price on eBay.
I
Wild
saw
stuff.
some guy, supposedly video gamer, hacked a bunch of robot vacuums on accident
Dude, what?
lately.
How do you
I didn't
accidentally
read the
do
story.
that?
I just saw it on social media and everything. It was like a headline for something, but
What game
yeah,
was he
I don't
trying
know.
to play?
That's a good question.
Speedrunning Luigi's Mansion?
Domestic bliss. He was trying to vacuum
Perfect.
for a living.
I, I could see that.
It's like farming simulator, but you just vacuum the house.
Dude, they have Power Wash Simulator. Have you seen that?
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Funny enough, Square Enix makes that.
You have played it?
Yeah. I
I can't
practically have
is
undiagnosed OCD. Of course I've played it.
and you think that
There's a
it's fun
SpongeBob DLC, Nathan. You
to
can
pressure wash
you can
digitally?
pressure wash everything. There's a yeah, it's satisfying.
Man,
I'm never gonna have the platinum, but yeah.
you could just start a pressure washing business in real life, and you could
No,
make some money off of it.
no, this
No?
simply cannot
Okay.
be. We have a pressure washer, and every time I'm going to fix it, I just don't end up fixing it.
That's fair.
I know what's
Uh,
wrong with it too. It just needs oil, right? Like the filter's good, everything else is good, all the fittings. Just need some oil. I'm just I'm just not about that.
not about that.
Mm-mm. But you know what I am about?
Star Wars?
Yeah, betting on sports. No, I'm just
Sports
kidding.
betting.
Yeah, yeah. The funny part about that, like he rigged the whole thing, and then he's like, "Yeah, put this kid in this really dangerous situation." And then he only made a deal for Anakin, like not his
Yeah,
mom. That's messed up. That's really
it's
messed up.
really
But he could have
strange.
done that. He could have gotten them both
Yeah,
out of Tatooine, but he chose
it
not to.
it's very weird.
Like, if
When you
he's
look
already
back on
going to
it,
be super corrupt, why doesn't he just, like, escape with them both? Like, he had the power to do that. He didn't have to, like.
yeah,
And the Outer Rim has no jurisdiction, or the Jedi Order has no jurisdiction in the Outer Rim, so, like, he could have just done that.
yeah, it's not like he's following protocols or something.
Yeah.
I mean, and you look back at like movies, shows, different lore, as we talked about earlier. We were talking about this the other day. Qui-Gon Jinn, you're just kind of like, dude, he was like borderline a villain
Yeah, he's a
in a lot of
psycho.
ways.
They're like, yeah,
Like,
he's like a gray Jedi. I'm like, no, like,
you mean a bad guy?
he was, yeah, like a Sith.
Yeah. It's like, could you do anything more to cause problems than what?
But he does have a green lightsaber, so that's pretty cool.
So he must be good. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Also, something that caught me off guard, I didn't, like, I would always, like, read the books and everything and all that nerd stuff, you know? Somehow I didn't catch on that Dooku was, like, a Jedi. Like, I knew he was a Jedi and trained by Yoda and all that, but I didn't realize that he was a Jedi up until, like, Attack of the Clones starts, like right before the movie starts.
it's a very quick.
Yeah, very quick turnaround. But he never becomes a Sith. So
Yeah,
his
I
eyes
wish
don't
there
turn
could
yellow.
be a little more exploration of Dooku's
Yeah.
situation.
Have
That
you
would
seen
be
Tales of the Jedi?
uh,
You gotta check that out. There's a two
I have
episode thing about him and Qui-Gon, because Qui-Gon was his apprentice.
I was watching some clips of this on YouTube or social media the other
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, Sifo Dyas, like, died, and then Dooku was like, oh, hey, this is all messed up. We gotta, like, he knew what was going on, kind of like Maul knows later on. But, like, he's, like, bordering evil and good at that point, and then he kind of turns pretty evil, I think.
Yeah, like some of the things, especially in the movie, you could say like,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, he was maybe right about that." But then, like when you expand it beyond the movies, he does some pretty horrible
Yeah,
stuff.
in the Clone Wars, he's like really bad. And there's
Yeah.
before the Clone Wars show came out, and even the Tchaikovsky one, there was a Clone Wars game that released with Episode Two, and what was it? Count Dooku was on a planet and had this gigantic machine that was like sucking the life out of people or something like that. Like he found a
So,
machine that was
not
able
really
to
good
like
guy stuff.
turn life force into energy.
Always
Really
a
bad
good
stuff.
start for a villain,
Yeah, and Anakin,
sucking the life force out of
Obi-Wan, and Mace Windu had to stop him. So,
So, I guess, we talked about Phantom Menace. Why is that your favorite movie
uh,
out of
no, I actually don't like Star Wars.
Oh,
I'm
okay, well,
just
this is gonna be an interesting
all
discussion
right. It's
then.
time to end the show.
Yeah.
All right, see you. See you guys
We
later.
we promised Star Wars, and we've got a
This
guy who
is it.
doesn't like Star
I've never even seen a Star Wars movie.
You just wanted to wing it, and
Yeah, I'm just making this up, and somehow it's landing.
what would be your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh man, this has changed so many times. Okay, so I'm gonna start with just crazy lore, crazy knowledge drop. I was introduced to Star Wars from the Lego game. Well, the story that is. You know, like when I was younger, the Phantom Menace and Episode Two were out. And so there were all the promotions for like Pizza Hut and Pepsi, and I remember we had like cheese puffs that would turn your tongue green or black for Yoda or Darth Vader, stuff like that. But like I I I didn't watch the movies until I was probably in like elementary school. And so like anytime I saw them, they'd be on TV or something. So I didn't really watch them. And so I picked out this Lego Star Wars game at the store because I was like, I was able to pick one game for our PS2, and I told my mom, I was like, I like Legos. My dad likes Star Wars. I can get this so we can both play it together. So that's what I did, and we never got past episode one in that game. We never got past Naboo, like the first Naboo level, because at the end, especially on the CRT, it's really hard to see some of the platforming. And of course, I was just confused when I was younger about you're in Dexter's diner and you're walking into these different like doors that have like one, two, and three and stuff above them. But inside of each of them, there's six levels and they all start with one. So I thought I was going in the same door and it was giving me different levels when I was actually going into different movies. So I couldn't play the episode 3 intro. It was way too hard for me at first because it was inverted flight controls and it was the first game that I played with inverted controls. But the episode 2 level with Jango Fett, it really caught my attention, and I think that made episode 2 my favorite movie for a long time. I would read like the Boba Fett books they had at our school and um about him on Camino, and then I my first like Star Wars toy was this Boba Fett action figure that came with a silver coin that I got from Walmart. So I really liked the Fett design like from early on. Bounty Hunter was my favorite PS2 game after Battlefront 2 came out. Um Stuff like that. So I'd say it started with episode 2, and then I was like as I got older I was like, "Oh, episode 3 is really cool." And then I think now I think episode 1 has a more solid plot than the other two. Like the other two kind of jump around a lot, kind of rushed. And I think Empire might be my favorite, like my actual favorite, right? Which is a complete flip
Empire
because
Strikes Back.
I usually, yeah, I don't think I liked it as much when I was younger. I didn't like the Dagobah stuff.
Yeah, I think some of the older movies could be a little bit hard to appreciate sometimes when you were younger,
Right.
especially if you were, like, growing up around the time of the newer trilogy because it didn't
Yeah.
look as good, it's they didn't have the same special effects and same lightsaber battles and stuff. But then when you're older, you can appreciate the story more and that sort of thing. And
And
I would
now,
say for me, like so I grew up I saw the original trilogy before everything else because we were talking about this the other day, the VHS set. I mean, basically since I was born. And so I had seen the old movies as a kid, and then obviously I was really young when 1, 2, 3 were coming out. For me, honestly, my favorite is probably 3, Revenge of the Sith, and when I look back at it, I see that there's technical problems with it and that they tried to cram a ton into 1 movie, and there's a lot
it
of jumping
easily could have been like
around,
3
and
movies. They call it
yes,
episode 3 because it
exactly.
could have been 3 movies.
Exactly, and that is a major problem with it that the movie probably should have been a lot longer if you
Mhm.
were going to do all this stuff in 1 movie, but just as far as, like especially as a kid, all that was going on, all the promotions that they were doing, the epic
Oh, it's so
lightsaber
exciting.
fight, there's a lot of things in 3 that I like better than all the other movies, and so I would say Revenge of the Sith is my favorite movie. I do like, A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back a lot.
So good. So good.
Uh, and honestly, like okay, so I know that the new trilogy gets a lot of hate, and, there's things I understand about that, but I actually enjoy, in a
Yeah,
lot of ways, the new trilogy. I like them so this is how think of the new trilogy. If they were, like, standalone movies that weren't in any way connected to 4, 5, and 6,
right.
then I would say, "I love these." What I don't like about them is they're kinda like, "Oh, everything that happened in 4, 5, 6 is completely meaningless, and, we're basically gonna do the Death Star all" like,
They would have
Force
done
Awakens.
numbers as a video game.
Yeah. I feel like Force Awakens is just way too similar to, A
Yeah,
New
and
Hope
people
and
thought that
everything.
about Phantom Menace when it came out, too. They played it safe,
I
but
I
they
guess
didn't
I could
play it that safe, you know?
yeah. No,
Instead,
it
they
wasn't
talked about
that
trade embargoes and politics.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was something I wish we had had less of that and more of like, "Oh, let's fight Darth Maul," Things
Trade
like that.
embargo.
Like, no one cares, okay? But
Darth Maul,
yeah,
but I also waiting until the end to, like, have him, like, come out and, like, face them, that was a really cool sequence.
that was a very cool
He
sequence.
he was
He was
very scary.
very scary, especially when we were kids. I mean,
Also,
you're
he's
like,
not
"That
even the
dude."
Phantom Menace. Did you know that?
I think I've heard you say that
Yeah.
before,
Yeah, Palpatine's the Phantom Menace.
which no one probably even caught that when the movie came
Also,
out. They're
I don't
like
know if you saw this. His original intention was, that Qui-Gon's name was Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan would take on his name so that whenever you watch the movie for the first time, if you had only seen the original trilogy, which you would have back then, you would have been like, "Oh, yeah, he's the old guy. He is probably Obi-Wan, right? He's been Kenobi." Um, but it was gonna be like a big switch up, but they didn't do it because they thought it would confuse the audience.
I actually think I would have liked that, but I
Yeah.
I don't know how it would have worked out. It may have confused me, but I mean, on this side of it, I say that would have been a cool thing to do, but
Yeah, like, Obi-Wan would have been Qui-Gon instead, and he would have changed his name to, Obi-Wan Kenobi to honor Qui-Gon, or
although,
his
does
name.
Qui-Gon really need honoring?
Uh, let's go gambling.
Yeah. And I mean, just totally dumping, his Padawan and dumping Anakin on
Yeah,
Obi-Wan as a very
because he
young
was
guy,
already
like,
a Padawan, like, I think a lot
he
of the
was
downfall of Anakin was just being let down by Obi-Wan, who was trying his best, but, like, he's
too young,
way
I
too
mean
young. Like, he isn't experienced enough to teach him, so,
well,
of
and,
course, he
like
couldn't
yeah,
teach
and
him patience because he was not patient in the first movie, you remember? Like, he would rush and Qui-Gon be like, "Chill out."
Well, and, like, Anakin is not that much younger than Obi-Wan, and so it's like Anakin probably sees Obi-Wan more like a brother than he
Right,
does
right.
a mentor, and so, I mean, he doesn't listen to him ever, so
And then they let Anakin take on a Padawan too. It's weird. Like,
yeah, like, wild. The Jedi Council, you're like, "Bros, what are you guys doing?"
absolutely
So
nothing. They're sitting in chairs all day. They're watching NASCAR.
yeah. Yeah, man. I mean,
The
they
droid
made a
attack
lot
of the
of
Wookiees.
mistakes for sure.
Oh yeah, and also they would try to hide it. Like, going back and watching the prequels, I caught this a lot. Like before I was like, "Oh yeah, they're always good." They're like, "No, they're like really just pompous and they're very set in their ways." Like if someone tries to expose something that they're doing, like they found out that there was a Sith, right? Instead of telling everyone about it, they tried to hide it. Um Yoda tried to hide it, and I think that's why he was embarrassed and he went into hiding because of that. Um And then same with Mace Windu. Like Mace Windu, he was kind of on edge. He's like, maybe we should like own up to this. And then Yoda's like, no, I don't think we should do that. And so Mace Windu was like, yeah, I don't think we should do that. Um,
'Cause secrecy is always the best
right,
option.
right. From a council of people who says that suppressing things is um good, I guess. That's probably the best course of action. No anger, no love, no connections to the outside world.
No humanity.
No more Pokemon.
Well, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah. Anakin got grounded from his Nintendo Switch.
That's why
Crashed
he
in.
got so angry. This is outrageous. How can
This
I
is an
be a
outrage.
league champion and not be a Pokemon master?
Take a seat, young Skywalker.
So,
He's right.
what do you think about you say that the new trilogy, you view that pretty favorably.
Yeah, I remember going to I was super excited. I got all like the 3D glasses and stuff for it. Um, I really like the new designs for things. The stormtroopers look awesome. Um, I know people have issues with the story, the writing, switching directors. Um,
Somehow.
yeah, somehow Palpatine has returned.
Like, that
Um,
was just trash.
you remember how I was telling you the lore though about um what was it? Shadows of the Empire with Luke's hand being cloned?
Yeah,
And they just did the same thing and made Snoke out of Luke's hand because that's what Luke is, or that's what that's what Snoke is. He's a clone of Luke's hand, and so Rey is technically a Skywalker because of that.
just
Um,
find that hand that
yeah,
falls for, like,
from yeah, I mean they found a
hundreds of
lightsaber,
stories.
so Mos Kanata had it, I guess, unexplained. But yeah, I remember going to see that. The first one was really exciting. Um, that was the first new Star Wars movie that I saw in theaters, right? Because I was like,
Yeah, you were really young
I was
when
5 when Episode 3 came out. There's no way I was going to be going to a PG-13 movie as a 5-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Probably for the
I
best.
think 3 was the first one I went and saw in the theater.
Man, I bet that was
I
exciting.
saw 2 at home on video, I think, and I remember being, I don't know why, legitimately, like, disturbed by the scene where they're tied up and gonna be executed by all those monsters.
Oh yeah,
Like, when I was a kid, I was, like, shook by that
those
scene.
monsters are crazy.
They're pretty scary.
Also, have you seen someone was like, they calculated how much force it took for them to jump on the Nexu, the rhino looking thing, from the top of that totem, and it would have like split them in half. Like
We're not worried about
they're
that.
they're
Suspense
wearing
of
such
disbelief.
reinforced pants that it did not matter.
I mean, clearly,
Yeah.
Padme's got a suit of armor on, her crop top.
Yeah. Man, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I did end up watching all of them in theaters again. So, because they've re-released however many times. And I remember Phantom Menace came out in 3D. I went to see that. They had some really cool promotions for that. Like they had like the Realty 3D glasses, the black ones.
Mhm.
They came out with those, but they had red markings on them going around it to make the inverse pattern look like Darth Maul on the 3D glasses. And they also had pod racer goggles if you had like a party or something. So I had my 11th birthday party or something like that at a theater that I think is closed now, watching Phantom Menace in 3D. I still have my movie poster from it that I got from a box of cereal.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, remember those spoons that would light
Dude,
up
yes.
lightsaber?
Do you remember the
Yeah,
spoons that you can drink milk through? Not really.
vaguely.
Dude, they took the Nesquik banana milk from us. Most people don't care.
Never
They're like
had that.
nasty. Dude, it was so good.
I was always just a regular milk or chocolate guy. I never
Straight from the
deviated
cow.
from yeah,
Strawberries
natural.
pretty good too. I didn't like it when I was younger. Also, okay. What's your favorite chocolate milk? Like Hershey syrup, malted milk, stirred in, or like
Uh,
pre-made in the jug?
so pre-made is a minefield.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's say
pre-made
Prairie
can
Farms.
be
Prairie Farms.
fantastic or it can
Not a
be
promotion.
terrible. I haven't had Prairie Farms chocolate milk in a long time. I think that was one of the ones I really liked. I kind of I kind of like mixing it
Yeah,
because
me
then I
too.
have control over it, like
You can add so
how much
much.
chocolate.
And if you go to
And
like a
yeah,
coffee shop or something and ask for chocolate milk, they'll look at you crazy at first and they're like, I got you. And they'll add the premium chocolate.
yeah, there some chocolate milk is like next level from
Oh
all the
man.
other chocolate milks.
I'm not gonna name drop it, but our local coffee shop, that we have, you should ask for chocolate milk. Oh, and no, you can't, can you? Lactose kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm
But
one of those people who drinks Fairlife milk, and I know
that's
some
so
people
sad.
hate Fairlife. I don't care.
You
I
do what
love
you
it.
can.
And well, I used to do like almond milk and stuff, and almond milk is just not good. I mean, it just
Yeah,
doesn't
you
taste
have
good
to
to
get the
drink.
vanilla one if you want it to taste like
And the
something.
texture isn't right, the consistency isn't
Yeah,
right. And so when I figured out that I could drink Fairlife and it actually is milk, I was like, "Okay." And so that's what I drink all the time. Now, Fairlife is one of those okay, so I love the whole milk. That's my favorite of Fairlife.
mm,
But what I and they don't have blue milk. But what
dang,
I don't really like, oddly enough, is the Fairlife chocolate. There's something about
really.
Fairlife chocolate milk that the consistency's kinda weird and it doesn't
Mm,
really taste right. So I would rather just mix in the, like, Hershey's
they're
chocolate
just
syrup
putting
or
mud
Nesquik
in there.
myself. I've usually been kinda partial to Nesquik powder over
Oh yeah,
Hershey syrup, although I do use Hershey syrup more often. One thing I used to do with ice cream, instead of using chocolate syrup, I would do Nesquik powder on it
dude,
and,
that
like,
is a next level strat.
it's
I'm gonna
so
have to. I'm
good.
gonna have to try this.
It's way better, and I would, like, not mix it up all the way, just kinda,
Yeah,
like,
so you
barely
still get
mix
the like
it.
the texture. I get
Yeah,
that.
and
Have you
so
ever
it's way
like gone to like a ice cream shop and got like the graham cracker dust?
No,
I bet
that
it'd be
sounds
like
good.
that. Oh, dude, if you ever go to Cold Stone, uh,
Oh, yeah.
vanilla sweet cream, graham cracker crust or dust. I'm
I
sorry,
can hardly even eat Cold Stone anymore. I feel like it's just, like,
too
so
much.
yeah, it's so much, and our Cold Stone, every time I go there, it's, like, a really long line, and it's, like,
It looks
900
like a
degrees
liminal
in there,
space.
and I
Like it
mean
doesn't look like it should. It looks like it's been closed for 50 years.
I'm like, "Shouldn't an ice cream shop be cold?" And it's like, "No, this is one of the hottest buildings you're ever going to set foot in." And I'm just like, "No, I'm done. I'm done with Cold
They
Stone."
freeze dried
But,
the ice cream.
dude, that's like the astronaut ice cream.
Yeah.
My dad brought that home for us when I was, like, 4 or 5, and I absolutely lost my mind over it, and I've
Dude,
never forgot it.
Do you know how much profit they're turning on those at museums?
Oh, dude, so much
Kids are like,
profit.
"Oh my goodness, this is what the astronauts eat?" And the astronauts are
Literally,
like,
it's that
"No, we
type of
just
thing.
eat food."
We eat toothpaste.
Oh,
Uh,
man. That explains so much.
but I mean, hey,
Yeah,
whatever works, right? I mean,
whatever. I mean, yeah,
oh, another Star Wars thing I thought of earlier that I don't want to forget. So when Revenge of the Sith came out, I was all about Obi-Wan Kenobi, like
yeah,
definitely my favorite. And so they came out with the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't remember exactly what the name of the product was called, but it was his lightsaber with the black and gold handle that I hilt, whatever you want to call it, which was very cool to me. I loved his lightsaber in the third movie.
yeah.
Um,
I like that one too.
and it was supposed to like make sounds and stuff when you hit the blue blade and like kind of vibrate and stuff like that and light up. The thing broke so fast. Not that the blade like broke, but it quit working so fast. And the hilt was like so uncomfortable to hold. It was just like coils like digging into your
Yep.
hand. And so I kept it for a long time. I don't know if I still have it or not, but it was like useless for me to play with my friends. So we used the really cheap ones that you could get like
Dude, we
whatever
just
hilt
use
and whatever
sticks.
color. Oh yeah. Well, we found those like when Revenge of the Sith came out, they had those like really cheap ones that the like plastic tube folds
Yeah,
up
yeah.
into and everything. And I found a purple one and I played with that one to the point that it was like, you
Man.
know, all dented up and everything because I was like, yeah, purple Mace Windu, which by the way, I'm so glad they added the purple lightsaber.
Yeah, because he
Having
had
just
a blue one before.
having just three colors that weren't really that vibrant
Right.
wasn't as interesting to me as in putting more colors in there, and, like, then a person can say, "Well, what color lightsaber would I have?" You know, and everything in it,
Yeah.
but
Like
pretty
none.
cool.
We don't have kyber crystals.
Yeah, we don't have kyber crystals out, you know, the elites are hoarding them,
Yeah.
and
Oh
we could
god.
have some
They're
if that's the only thing stopping us from having lightsabers.
Big kyber is not gonna
We're
like
gonna
that.
have an Alex Jones conspiracy on here.
They're
Um,
taking all the kyber crystals.
but but so, like, if you were gonna have a lightsaber, which I know there's meanings to them and
Cyan.
everything like that, you would have cyan?
Yeah, I just like the color.
I mean, I would wanna have orange because orange is almost my favorite
The
color, but
orange
that's
one is
too
so
close.
cool.
I feel like that's too close to being a bad guy in
No,
Star
no.
Wars, but I also like, the yellow and gold
Man,
colors.
the Temple Guard yellow. The Force
Yeah.
Unleashed game, the colors that you can get in that game are really cool.
Is that the Knights of the Old Republic
No,
game that you showed me the video for where the 2 guys are they wear white, the 2 brothers, and they're being raised to, like
that is Battlefront 3, but also that game never came out. It was also in this PSP and DS game called Battlefront Elite Squadron. It was like a spin-off. Um,
and they used yellow lightsabers
one of
in
them
that
did
video?
because they were clones and they were force sensitive or something, and one of them became good and one became evil. When I was
Yeah.
playing that game when I was younger, I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy."
I mean, that's
Fight
that was
Grievous as them.
intense, that video, so
Yeah,
I need to try to play the game.
it's not a good
Oh,
game.
oh, well,
The
bummer. The
gameplay is
video's
not
great.
there.
Dude, General Grievous, talk about being because when
He
3 came out, I was probably 11 or 12 or something. Like, dude, we were so stoked for Grievous and
especially
him
after watching the
using all those
cartoon.
lightsabers. And then I mean, I liked the scene with him and Obi-Wan, but to me, it was kinda too easy and ended too fast
Yeah.
with the
Well,
blaster
yeah, because
fire.
if you saw the Tchaikovsky cartoon, he was, like, crazy. Like, he was fighting, like, 5 Jedi at once. He was a menace.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
they
he's
were
absolutely
afraid of
lethal
him.
outside of the movie
Unless it's in
and
the Clone Wars, then he's, like, a villain of the week, like, has an asthma attack kinda thing.
But he did kill several, even in that.
Yeah, yeah, there were some like scary moments with him in there, but he definitely wasn't as creepy as he was
Yeah,
in
no.
the original cartoon. He was really scary in that one. I always used to draw that version of him. StarWars.com used to have like art tutorials and stuff, like drawing tutorials, and I would draw those and had some good memories of that.
Well, that's another topic. I mean, Star Wars is iconic in the designs of characters. I mean, obviously not all of them, but a lot of
Jar
them are
Binks,
really
Greedo,
yeah, dude, definitely top
Quadranaros.
tier. So, like, when you think about what some of your favorite looking characters are, what would be some of your favorites?
Robert Fettuccine, Django
Man,
Fettuccine. We got Max Rebo. We have um man. Yeah, for sure Boba Fett was like it still is my favorite. Always has been. And Jango Fett. Jango Fett kind of took the place of
very
Boba for me for a long time. Yeah, any of that kind of stuff is always cool to me. I used to like Commander Cody's design.
yeah.
Um, man, a lot of Clone Wars stuff. I won't go into that stuff, but like from the movies themselves, I'd say Jango and Boba are my favorite designs.
Yeah, pretty much anything that's a Mandalorian or Mandalorian,
Yeah, before the
connected
Mandalorian
thing or
hype and saturation happened.
yeah. Um, I agree. I always really liked Commander Cody's design, but the clones that, and you're gonna know the number of the unit and I'm not, that Yoda has
Oh,
with the camouflage and the green.
the okay,
Is that
so
Commander Gree?
yeah, let's agree. And what battalion is that? Dude, you caught me off guard. I'm gonna have to look this up. Got
Should've
Google
should've
Drive in the.
I mean, to me, that one is elite, that design.
Because he was just borrowing them. That wasn't even his unit. Um, because most of them were just Kashyyyk like Marines. 41st Elite Corps, and that was the Luminara and Dooley's company. So that's what I thought.
I really like Mando. I mean, the his is really
He does have a
clean and
really clean design.
boom, and
Bo-Katan has
very
a great one.
yeah, I agree, love hers.
Oh man, the Darth Maul ones from Siege of
Yeah.
Mandalore.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Sick. Those are so.
It's kinda like your Mandalorian that you made in Fortnite, the red and
Oh
black one,
yeah, I made it to look just like those.
which was absolutely savage. When you showed me that, I was like, "Man, I should have made one of those."
You still can.
I made a golden black with, like, a tan cape.
Did you hear they're adding tongue support to Fortnite?
No.
You're like, what did you just say to me?
Exactly, dude, are you speaking
There
English
were
right
these
now?
Italian memes where it'd be like rhyming names as an object. That doesn't make much sense. But for example, it'd be like ballerina cappuccina, and it'd be a ballerina coffee cup. Like it would be names that rhymed in Italian, and they'd put them together into like one object. And so
That
that's where
kinda sounds
most of these
like a
brain rot things
five-year-old
came
came up
from.
with it.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
okay, so this is a brain rot
Sahur
thing.
is the he's like the like log that's holding a baseball bat. You've probably seen him before. He's kind of unsettling. Tongue, tongues. Oh, here we go. I'll put the image on the screen that way you can see it. Look at this freak.
What in the world, dude?
Yeah, this is the most popular brain rot. We also got what's his name? He
Yeah,
has
I'm not up
shoes.
on
There's a
the
shark
brain
with
rot.
shoes. Shark with the shoes. Oh, there he is. You'll love this. This is Tralaleo Tralala.
Dude. Get him a shoe deal.
He has what? He's Nike's on. He has the J's. But you weren't expecting that.
No, I didn't
Well,
expect
there's
any
some
brain rot
crazy
or
ones. There's like a
shark
one that's
shoes.
a bomber jet that's also a crocodile.
I mean, there's a design idea in there for the military
War never changes. How bold of you to assume that what am I trying to say?
that they haven't done it
Yeah,
already.
yeah, yeah.
A crocodile shaped
What's that military
aircraft.
company that makes the tanks and stuff?
Uh, you
Redacted.
probably have to be more specific for me. Yeah, that's classified.
Yes.
I'm not gonna bring up any names or content or anything because this is not a show where we ever are going to speak of politics. But like I was watching a hearing one time a long time ago,
Yeah.
and like every single question they asked the guy, he was like, "That's classified." And it's like, why are you here if you're just going to
Right.
say everything is classified? Like, can literally everything they ask you be
Yeah,
classified?
like
Like, I don't think
can
that.
you technically just do that on oath?
I I don't. Well, apparently everybody up there lies about everything, so
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
guess they're allowed to do
I mean, you
that.
can do that if you want to. If you have the
So
right
we should
status,
try
you're
that.
allowed to do that. No,
Like, if
I
we get
can't do
pulled over, we just say, "That's classified.
that's
Sorry."
classified. They're like, "Oh,
That's
yeah, that's
enough for
fine."
me, right?
They're like, "Actually, here's how much it would cost you for a speeding ticket. You just have this. Have this as a gift." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. Thanks, guy. That was real considerate of you."
I'm gonna need to see your
Speeds
license plate,
away.
please. That's classified.
Hmm.
Mm,
Some gaming lore. There's this game completely unrelated. I know it was another tangent. The there's a game called Nier Automata, and it's about these like robots in the future. Um, I don't really know the plot of it. I'm gonna be honest. I can't get past the first level. It's really tough. But like society's like gone and stuff. And that Evangelion cartoon that I like from the 90s,
mhm.
he got permission from the creator of the show to make like a new series in the universe. And they haven't done that before. So I'm like, real excited for
Nice.
that.
Yeah, dude.
They also apparently there was an anniversary. There's an anniversary for the movie from it. It's like the 30-year anniversary, and they had an expo where they showed a short film, and they said that they're not going to release it online. They're not going to put it in special editions. They're not going to show anyone outside of the event. And if people post it online, they're going to like put legal action against them. Like why? Why are you intentionally creating lost media? Oh, you still there?
I mean, they don't want anybody to actually be able to see it.
Right, right. You don't want to. You don't want to
That
see
would
that.
be
You
a
don't want to celebrate
that'd be
your
a
show.
waste of your time and money and effort if you let people watch it.
Yeah, like the original cuts of Star Wars, which are apparently coming back to theaters. I saw some
Oh,
pretty in
so they
depth.
can sell more tickets and make more money off of
Right, right.
releasing it again.
Well, every time that they've said they've re-released the original cut, it hasn't actually been the original cut. There's been some big controversy about this actually.
The Snyder Cut.
The Snyder cut, or
Release the Snyder.
who was the Suicide Squad one? The Ayer cut.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I didn't even watch the, like okay, so there was a Suicide Squad
yeah.
with, like, Will Smith, and then
Right.
didn't they make, like, a
You wouldn't
James
like
Gunn
it. You wouldn't
Suicide
like it.
Squad that I
I
didn't
thought it was
even bother to
fun. You
watch?
would not like it.
Yeah, oh, no, it definitely did not sound like my kinda movie.
No, it was not. It was not your kind of movie.
Yeah. I just a lot of that kinda stuff for, like, the
It's
James
a bit
Gunn
too
stuff.
much. I thought his Superman movie was really palatable though.
I still haven't even watched it. I've just basically given up on DC.
Interesting.
And
Yeah, I think his movie actually embodied the spirit of Superman better than Zack Snyder's. His was a little not
little
good.
moody,
It was very boring to me.
little dark.
People liked Man of Steel. I was bored. I was falling asleep. Color filters gray. What am I
Yeah,
at, a
everything's
funeral?
super gray and muted. Yeah, it wasn't very Superman-y.
Right.
Okay, so this isn't a Star Wars thing, but we're gonna talk about it anyway because it's our show and we can talk about what we want to. So
Actually.
I want to know, and I think we've talked about this off the show before.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite Superman of any media?
Who's my
Which
favorite
I'm gonna,
Superman? Oh
yeah,
man.
go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead. I don't know.
Well, I was just gonna
The
do like an,
N64 video game version.
I was gonna do an aside where I talked about Henry Cavill being like, okay, to me, Henry Cavill was perfectly cast, and I really
Yes.
wish they had brought him back. I'm not saying anything about the movie or the tone or anything, but just Henry
Yeah, like
Cavill.
he was a good Superman as a
And he cares about that kind of thing. He's a nerdy guy who
yeah.
cares about the comics and all that. So, aside from I'm just sitting Henry Cavill to the side, I would say my favorite would be, of course, if you were a person
Go
growing
down
up
the
with
list of
Smallville, there was the Tom Welling
yeah.
version of Superman, which is never really I mean, you never really see him as Superman other than the very last scene. I would say my favorite Superman is George Newbern from the Justice League cartoon.
I was gonna say
I
Justice League Unlimited.
I love how George Newbern did Superman in those cartoons. I actually got to meet him at the Superman festival in Metropolis and got a picture with him, and I told him that. I told him, "I liked your voice of Superman even better than Tim Daly's because I know everyone loves Tim Daly." And he said, "I know Tim, we're friends, and I'm gonna tell him that." And I was like, I mean, I think Tim Daly did a great job, but
Dude, what? Mark Harmon played Superman in
yeah,
something?
yeah, it was like a movie. I don't remember which one it was, I've seen it, but
I like how because I put this in the middle of the streaming screen, it is like cut in half and like
oh,
flipped
yeah,
over
dude,
itself.
I can't even, like, read that.
Ooh, for the next episode, I'll make a separate screen for us to flip to whenever we show things on screen, so this doesn't happen. Because this is nauseating. I'm sorry about this.
Yeah, dude, people are
Like
getting
throwing up, massive
physically
throwing up.
ill right now.
Who is MC Nice? You see this guy? MC
No, I
Nice
can't see anything.
played
Oh,
Superman.
yeah, no.
Who is that?
6 degrees of yeah, I don't know what that even is.
Yeah, Christopher Reeves also.
Yeah, he was good.
Sick.
Oh, I do like okay, it's a totally different show, but I like Dean Cain as Superman,
Mm.
in Lois and Clark,
Have you seen
which that it's like a soap opera basically, but
Adventures with Superman, the anime?
I still have not seen it. I've been wanting to watch
It's
it because
really
I've heard
fun.
good things about it.
We should talk about that sometime because I've only read the first issue of the comic book they released. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it because it was on HBO or something.
Yeah, I don't have HBO.
Me either. So I guess we can't talk about it.
Well, that's really a problem with a lot of this stuff that we're running into is so many things are on so many different streaming services from so many heinous
True.
corporations that you're like, I
Yeah,
can't
especially
just
like HBO keeps trying to like cancel their animation initiative and push things like Velma. I'm like, I don't know
yeah,
about that.
no, I'm not paying you to watch you butcher Scooby Doo. But it just like, I mean, can we just have everything on something easily accessible? You know, I run into this a lot with we used to have Disney Plus, we don't have Disney Plus anymore, and it's like, okay, well, I can't watch, like, anything Marvel or Star
Yeah.
Wars series or anything
Dude,
because it's on
there
Disney Plus,
always used to be a Star
but
Wars marathon on Spike when they had access to Star Wars before FX got it.
yeah,
Now I don't have cable.
yeah, I mean, it's just so hard to watch. It should be the easiest time in history to watch
Right,
something,
right.
and
We're
in
living
some
in
ways it
the
is,
greatest
but
time of entertainment in all times there have ever been.
as far as, like, watching things that is very difficult to do.
especially legacy media or like large films, you know?
But what I found is a lot of these movies that I would have previously, like, gone to the theater or whatever,
Mhm.
I've found that a lot of times I, like, don't even miss it, and
Yeah.
then I'll see it on, like, years later for free, and I'm like, "Oh, okay," and watch it, and I'm like, "Oh, that really wasn't worth it." So,
I
I
don't know if
mean,
you're the same way about this, but I honestly feel like having access to so much media at once makes it less special and makes me feel less like going out of my way to find it. Like, I'm
I
usually just like
agree.
scrolling or not watching things more so than I am watching anything because I feel like to
Yeah.
choose something is a big, like, not like a big decision, like, oh, it's hard to do, but like you're making a commitment to watch something for the next hour and you have all these choices. So this has to be the perfect choice, right? So
No, I totally agree.
I feel like
And
that's a problem for me when I'm watching these things on streaming.
and especially if you're trying to pick with someone else,
Yes.
like, it becomes really difficult. Basically, for me, other than sports, because that's a totally separate thing, like, if I am either currently watching a series I have not seen before, and
Mhm.
I just blaze through the whole series, or I am rewatching a show I've seen usually multiple times, and
Yeah.
that's all I watch anymore because 1, everything is trash, and 2, everything is
Hate.
difficult to
I
find,
hate.
and, I mean, it's just like there's too much stuff and you can't find anything that you want, and
Yeah.
I am so tired of and I know most people don't care, but I'm so tired. Does every single series that gets released now have to be TVMA? I mean, can we just make like a PG show that doesn't, you know, there's not blood spurting everywhere, there's not a sex scene, every other word isn't a cuss word. Like, I don't need that. I don't have time for that. I don't want that in my life.
It adds an
So,
extra 20 minutes to every show.
it's like just give me a regular show that
Regular show.
won't yeah, that wouldn't be horrific if your kid or whatever saw it. So my niece was at her house, yesterday,
Yeah.
and she always wants to watch
The Snyder cut of Justice
Sonic
League.
movie. Yeah, exactly, and I told her we just don't have time today.
Don't have 8
But,
hours.
but she wanted to watch Sonic 3 again. She loves Sonic 3. Well, it's on
Okay.
Amazon, and we currently have Amazon Prime, Paramount, all that what together,
Right,
whatever.
right, right.
So I'm, like, terrified when I'm going to click on it or to or during commercials or whatever that she's gonna
Yeah,
see
yeah.
some horrific thing on Amazon Prime that
Yeah,
isn't
that even though
Sonic.
you have the subscription, you still get ads for.
Yes. Yeah, I told her, she was like, "Are there gonna be ads in this?" And I was like, I think it's just 1 to start." Well, it ended up being several, like, at least 3 or
Yeah,
4
like,
ads
it's usually,
that
like,
were
enough for me to, like, go do, like, laundry or something,
It's
come
like,
back.
I am pay yeah, each one was 2 minutes, and I'm like,
Crazy.
"I am paying you for this." And, yeah, literally, I stood in front of her when I was picking Sonic, so maybe
Mhm.
she wouldn't see whatever was gonna pop up on the screen.
Well,
But,
and
like,
also
I'm
it's
so
hard to
tired of that.
find stuff, and I've noticed lately, like, Disney Plus, Amazon especially, you can't find the things that you're trying to watch, like Fallout. I was trying to watch the Fallout show. New episode just came out, right? I couldn't find it. It was in my watch list and it was number 1 in the country, and I could not find it for like 5 minutes until I just searched it. I was like, "What is going on?" Like, do
Yeah,
you
you
want
almost
people to
have to
watch
search
anything on
for
your
it.
show? On your,
My parents get
service?
so angry when they're trying to find something on a
Netflix
streaming
is
service
horrible
because
about that too.
there will be, like, 150 different menu
Yeah,
categories,
yeah, and
and
then you can't scroll back up to your watch list if you're like, they had Netflix down to a science. Same with Amazon Prime, and then they just were like, "Yeah, what if we just keep changing the menus like Fortnite?" What?
yeah, it's
I guess you'll get
yeah.
engagement with it some way from people just clicking around.
I just really wish we could consolidate some of the streaming services and the media.
Ooh,
Uh,
ooh.
like, I don't want to have to have 25 streaming services to watch stuff.
I mean, it's all owned by the same 3 companies anyway. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I mean, like everything. I mean, but, then you do have some, like, Tubi, the free one, okay, which, again, that's a minefield of good and bad content, but, like, Tubi, I don't know if you saw this, they already had some of the old cartoons and stuff that we would have watched as kids,
yeah,
but
I've seen that.
they are getting a ton of stuff in March,
Oh,
and so I've used Tubi for, I watched the original Transformers series, which I
oh.
hadn't seen
Do you know you
before.
can watch that on YouTube?
I didn't know that.
Everything Hasbro is on YouTube. They have their own, like, 24-hour stream going of G.I. Joe, Transformers, all that stuff.
They also have Transformers Prime on Tubi, which
Do
I
they have the later
not sure.
seasons? Because I remember when it
Yeah,
first
I
premiered
think so.
on Hasbro's TV channel Hub. I remember when that channel came on. They only had season 1 on rotation all the time, and then Netflix only had season 1. So I never saw anything
Yeah.
past season 1 of that show.
Yeah, I think they have the whole thing on Tubi, I can't remember. Now, it will, like, reset your progress, and you'll have to, like, go
Mhm.
through and find the correct episode, but and that's one thing, okay, you said the rotating. Like, why does everything have to rotate in and out of all these different streaming services? Pokemon is
Very
the
annoying
worst.
stuff.
Like, I mean, Amazon Prime will have this season and
2
that season or
episodes from
whatever,
one season, 3 from
and
another.
then gone, and it's just like
Mythbusters.
it's just frustrating. And we're on
Mhm.
a rant that had nothing to do with Star Wars other than Star Wars being on Disney Plus. But
It's on there?
which is so when does the mall show come out?
Oh, I don't know, like, May 4th probably, if I had to guess.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you're right. Are you excited for that? Do you think it's gonna be good?
Yeah, Sam, uh, what's his name? Sam Whitaker, the voice of Maul.
Whitaker.
Yeah, he's awesome. He loves Star Wars, and he's excited about it, so I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I would like to see it. I don't know how I'm gonna pull that off, but I'll have to try to. I haven't even seen like the last season of Mandalorian. I haven't seen
Neither.
Ahsoka. I haven't seen um what's the series that everyone freaked The Acolyte. I haven't seen that.
So,
Uh
if you can skip past the flashback episodes, I liked the premise of the Acolyte. Do you know the premise of it?
uh very vaguely, but I don't know a lot about it.
It's like thousands of years ago, the Jedi Temple's just being built, right?
Oh,
And
that's cool.
um the guy from Squid Game, the main guy from Squid Game is a Jedi, and there's this girl that used to be his apprentice, and she stepped away from the Jedi Order, and she's a mechanic on like a spaceship or something, and she has an evil twin that's doing murders and framing her for it, and she's murdering Jedi. So it's like a mystery thing where the Jedi, who used to be her apprentice, well, both of their apprentices, it's going and flashing back to when he got both of them because he took them from like a group of witches or something like that. And I didn't really care much for that part. That's what everyone hated. And I also did not like this part. But it's also like
Sunk
a
a whole show
mystery
with
thing
one
about
part.
the murders of these Jedis. And there's also a secret villain that is awesome in that show. There's a fight scene that's like, I think I showed you one time. He's like headbutting lightsabers and stuff.
Yeah, you did show me that.
People have big problems with that because the material his helmet's made out of is like acutely found in the galaxy. Like you could find like a inch by an inch block and it would cost like as much money as there is on Coruscant for this thing. So like
So how did he get it?
right, right. That's the problem people have. And my answer is because it's fun. Like it's it doesn't matter. Like it's fun.
It's because he has billions of dollars.
And we'll never get a season 2 because people cried about it so much. So
Well, here's something we can talk about. It's hot right now because we talked about this. Andor.
Hmm.
So right now,
I'm so
everyone
sure.
is pretending or legitimately believing, either way, that Andor is the best show they've ever watched. You and I have different takes on Andor. I definitely don't love everything about it, and there's things I could criticize about it. However, by and large, just as a show, I did enjoy the show. I do not think it is the greatest Star Wars media ever put
Yeah.
together like some people apparently think that it is. And you said you didn't enjoy it at all.
I enjoyed certain parts. I like the prison break part. But then there's other parts like when they're
The Prison Break was cool.
building things at the prison, and I'm like, this is no different than the Christmas special when Chewbacca's son is building a computer that will get broken in 5 minutes.
They're like, "We were trying to sneak that in again and see if we could get people to like it."
I think I fell asleep. I don't fall asleep while watching TV shows and movies. I think I fell asleep like 4 times while watching season 1, and I had to restart the show maybe 5 times, and it's not even usually an attention span thing. Like, I watch things like Blade Runner 2049, like, that's one of my favorite movies, right? Completely just, like, establishing shots, most of the movie. Very long movie, very boring for most people, but, like, this was, like, just to me, not Star Wars in
Yeah, I didn't
character.
really feel like Star Wars.
It would've been cool as its own thing, but, like, I just wasn't feeling it. It felt too insisting of itself. Um, it's like, "Yeah, did you know this is an important show? Look how it's filmed." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so," but, like, I keep having to rewatch episodes because I'm losing attention to the plot that is hardly there. I don't know. It wasn't like, it wasn't even like crazy things were happening. Like for a Star Wars show, they were fairly basic things that were happening. Especially if you've watched, um, I guess the connecting material in Rogue One. Like it just does not really live up to the hype. I'm not expecting fights every 2 seconds in it or anything, but it just felt super disjointed and like kind of forced. Like,
Yeah,
am I
I
supposed to
mean,
care about this guy?
exactly. That is kind of what I was gonna say. And I like the show in a lot of ways, but
Yeah, there were
it's
some good
just
things in it. I don't think it's all bad, but it just
it's
I
just
didn't
kind of
like it too
like
much.
some of the characters. Well, one, it's a weird show, and then
Yeah. I
I
didn't
mean
like
some of the
any of the Imperial characters.
yeah.
They felt too sitcom-y, you know?
Yeah, it was kinda a
Cheesy.
stranger take on some things, and, you know, some of the characters you don't love in the
Right.
show. There were quite a few characters I didn't really like in the show,
And
and
you can make characters that are unlikable on purpose, and there were some like that, but there were some that were supposed to be likable that I was like,
yeah,
"This is just not meshing." It
yeah,
feels super forced that they're even here in the first place.
and I mean, again, like, Rogue One was we both really like Rogue
Yeah.
One. It
Probably is one of the best pieces of Star Wars media.
Yeah, I agree, and it's in a large way, a lot of it is because these are these characters who otherwise are unknown, but who achieve I mean, because of them, the rebellion succeeds because of what they did and nobody knew about it
Right.
until this movie. And I feel like the characters in the movie was so popular that they were really just trying to cash in
They
on
waited
that,
way too long.
and now everybody's like, "Oh, I need more of this character and more of this character." Well, no, you don't actually need more of this character. I mean, the whole point of the character was you don't have any idea who they are. And so, I mean, I don't have a problem with them making the show, and like I said, I
Yeah,
generally
when's
liked
the
it.
Kit Fisto TV show coming out?
It's just kinda like sometimes I feel like and like we said with the streaming, with the unending streaming, people have, like, this insatiable desire for the same character and seeing their
Yeah,
different parts of their life and everything, and
until
it's
they're
like
beat into the ground. Like Boba
yeah,
Fett, it was common knowledge. Boba Fett
look what they
survived,
did
right?
to
He
my boy.
survived the pit. But, like, I didn't need him to say, "Like a bantha," and do a little funny dance. I didn't want that. Like,
Yeah, I didn't like the Boba Fett show.
it was so like, it came off as, like, disingenuous and cringy, and, like, he used to be, like, super mysterious and creepy, and that was his old vibe, right? Um, I didn't want a funny Boba Fett show. And also, it was, like, they shoved Mando into, like, one of the episodes, like, one of the
A
towards the end, it
lot
was
of
just
it was
Mando.
man, which, to
And
be
his stuff
perfectly
was way
honest
cooler than Boba Fett, and Boba
yeah,
Fett's, like, my favorite
exactly.
Star Wars
They're like,
character.
We need Mando to save the show," and, like,
Yeah.
the good parts
Oh,
of the
like, when
show
he had the
were
dark saber
Mando.
and it was, like, too heavy for him? That was so
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, that wasn't
so,
Boba Fett in that show, that was the book of.
yeah, it was really disappointing, and yeah. I mean and that's a situation where I like Boba Fett, I
Yeah,
like Fennec, but
and
the
also,
show was just
Tamora
bad.
Morrison, great actor. I think he does a fantastic job as Jango and all the
Yeah.
clones and everything else that he does, but I don't know, it was just, like, way too silly feeling, and I think they really, like, shot themselves in the foot with that, and I feel bad for him because he wanted to play the character more, but they just kinda, like, made it so poorly that and people didn't want it even though he's, like, a fan favorite, both the actor and the character. So, I don't know.
Well
We're in ink. Well,
I would say that is pretty much a wrap on today's semi Star Wars
we'll
episode.
do it again. We'll do don't don't think we won't.
Oh, we
We're gonna
will.
talk about
We're gonna
the, like, Jar Jar's secret betting ring on, Naboo that he started
dude,
with Qui-Gon's techniques.
I am on the Jar Jar is a villain
I'm
train.
gonna start making conspiracy theories about Star Wars. Well,
Uh,
I guess our outlook, this is episode 3. We have our first
Revenge
2
of the Sith.
episodes. We have a review on Pokemon Legends ZA, and, we talked about wanting to do some more reviews here soon. Next 2 weeks I'll be traveling, so some of these episodes might be, um, filmed ahead of time, so I'm not sure how much time I'll have to watch something for the next few weeks, so maybe, like, aim for, like, second week of March, we can do our first review on, like, a
Yeah,
movie or something.
uh,
So, keep an eye out for that one.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah, and we'll,
Please don't make me watch that again.
yeah, we'll watch that. Well, actually, we'll watch Kung Fury
I
again.
mean,
Kung
I
Fury
would rather
2.
watch a lot of things than Citizen Kane,
Dude,
which,
Citizen Kane's horrible. What if Kung Fury was in Citizen Kane, though?
I mean, probably liven it up a little bit.
It probably would. He's like, "Yeah, that's my bicep," and he punches a hole through the wall. Before I knew I was
And I mean,
bit by a cobra and struck by lightning at the same time. Became
short
some sort of
explanation
kung fu
on
freak of nature.
the Citizen Kane thing is like I love old movies,
Yeah,
30s,
same
40s,
here.
50s. I have watched I don't even know how many old movies. And so when people said Citizen Kane is the best movie to ever be made, I was like, "Okay, I'll try it." I was like 45 minutes into the movie and was like, "I can't do this anymore. It is so boring and so
Okay,
dumb."
then we
And
need to
so,
watch some classic Gojira.
oh dude,
Son of
that would be a riot.
I think it would be. If we could find it somewhere online.
It's so
Who owns it?
hilarious. I saw some, old Japanese cartoon or not cartoon, show like that the other day where
Anime?
yeah, where they, like, booted the monster off a mountain, and then
Oh,
somehow
yeah.
the monster's little son has a stuffed animal
You're
and,
gonna
like, runs over there sad and trips and falls down the mountain, and I'm like, "Dude, that is dark."
check this out. Have you seen this scene from one of the Godzilla movies? This is
Oh man, dude, that's like Bollywood.
this is a that's a slide kick, by the way. Like he's drop kicking the enemy.
It is amazing.
But they did it with like a like claymation. So oh, did not mean
I
to
think
do
it was
that.
real. I think it
Yeah,
was
it could have
real life.
been. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah, we'll have some oh, we'll have some changes to our graphics and maybe some we might be able to put some articles and videos on screen and whatnot next time. So yeah, if anyone has any suggestions for things you would like to see or hear about, throw it at us. Share with people, help us get this out there, and if you liked listening to it, do what you want with it. I don't care. I don't know. Just listen, I guess. So yeah, every Tuesday, right? Tuesday?
Yeah.
All right, every Tuesday. We're on all major podcast um platforms and YouTube. Although YouTube sometimes takes a little bit longer to process. So be looking forward to that. Next episode, what you want to talk about?
Mm, well, that's a good question.
We'll make it a surprise.
Yeah, surprise. It's a surprise even to
We're gonna
us
talk
what
about
we're
the Metal
coming.
Gear Solid lore for 4 hours.
You're gonna have to carry me through that one because I know basically none of it.
Oh man, no one knows all of it.
No.
No, I don't want to get copyright claimed. There's a song by Duran Duran that people are associating with Metal Gear Solid, and it was never in a Metal Gear Solid game. Man. All right. Well,
On
to keep
that
from
note,
sidetracking again, we'll end it here.
yeah, we were all over the place
Oh, I
today.
never hit the record button. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Please.
kidding.
Okay, I was like, please tell me you're joking. Although maybe we need to do it again, do a redo.
Yeah. Something more palatable for the audience.
All
That's
right.
all for now.
Well, we'll hope to see you guys on next Tuesday